Well, students, we're gonna have fun creating some 3D shapes today. The first thing I would like you to do is just get your name up in this top corner. Then I would like you to start with this value scale. So we're gonna turn this into this using skills of observation. As I'm working here, this first box you can see is my darkest value. So the harder I press with my pencil, the darker it is. I'm trying also to stay inside this box. So I'm gonna fill that in. I'm gonna cross these lines a little bit. And you can see that is very black, it's very dark. Then I'm gonna do my next box. And it's not gonna be a lot lighter, it's really happening slowly. So this is gonna be just a little bit lighter. It's like a dark, dark gray. Still trying to stay inside the lines. Then the next one is going to be just a little bit lighter than that. So it's still gray and it's still fairly dark. And the transition from dark to light happens quite slowly. So this one also is just going to be a little bit lighter than the previous one. As I go, I'm kind of checking them too to kind of see where I am. It looks like this one's going to be a little bit lighter than that. Some students have made observations of the way that I'm holding this pencil. I've changed the way that I'm holding it. At the beginning, I was way down here. As I get further down and the lighter I go, the further back on my pencil I go. So this one, I can see that is, I've got 1, 2, 3, so I'm on that third to last one. Very lightly with this one. And then this one is almost, I'm barely even touching the pencil. And that one stays white. You can blend it a little bit with your finger if you would like. Just be careful that you are staying inside the boxes. And if you do get outside the box a little bit, just use your eraser and erase it. When you're done with your value scale, then I am going to start with my first shape, which is my sphere. This one is probably the trickiest one to shade because my pencil has to go on a curve. My pencil likes to go straight, but it's a little bit tricky to get it to go curved. So please know this one takes a little bit more time than some of the other ones do. And I'm gonna get lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter on that curve. I can get a little bit over here too. I'm just gonna blend that in a little bit. Keep in mind that I'm doing this a lot faster than I want you to do it. So please take your time. Then the shape of the shadow is important. If the shadow doesn't look like a realistic shape, then the rest of the shape doesn't look very real. So we can see that I'm following the same line that this one was. And then I'm gonna shade it in. Staying inside that box, it's gonna be a little bit darker, close to the shape, and just a little bit lighter further away. You can blend it in a little bit. And don't forget to shade your horizon line. This is like the line that separates, like the horizon line that separates the sky from the land. Instead, this is like maybe the edge of a table that this sphere is sitting on. But shade it in from dark to light, and you can blend that in too. Then I look for my next shape. This one, the shadow is on the right, and so the light would be on the left, or the sun would be on the left. This one's opposite. The shadow's on the left, so the sun or the light would be on the right. So I'm gonna shade this one, going really dark here, and then I'm gonna get lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. On the inside of the shape, it's darker here, and lighter and lighter and lighter. And then the shape of the shadow, and it goes like this, it goes back, it's curved on the end. And the shape of my shadow right there doesn't look very good. So I'm gonna take my eraser and fix it. So please don't be afraid to erase if you need to make your shapes look a little bit better. And then we'll shade in my horizon line too. From dark here Get lighter and lighter and lighter. Do that over here as well. When I have that one done, I'll move down here. I can see this one. This kind of matches the value scale that's up there. So I'm gonna make this one really dark. Like that first value scale box. Across it. And then I can see the edge of this is a lot like this third box, the third one over. So kind of thinking about that one being matching that value scale. You can see also that my pencil just went outside the lines right here, so just erase that and fix that. And then the cool thing about this shadow is that it just follows that line. And instead of starting it here, if I start up just a little bit, just kind of a diagonal line, that's gonna make the shape of my shadow. Make it a little bit darker closest to the cube. And then blend that in too. Now, the horizon line will get done. And my last shape is my pyramid. With my pyramid, this part stays white. This one's gonna be the part that gets shaded. Going dark to light. It's still a pretty dark gray up near the top, but that stays white here. The cool thing about this is it just continues as this line here, and this line continues down like that. That makes the shape right here. So I can do my shadow. And then do a little bit of erasing right there, okay? Please don't forget to do your horizon line and shade that. Now, if you have extra time, I do want you to go back and just check and see, oh, I could shade that in a little more carefully. Check your shadows, check your erasing. If that is all done, then you may flip it over and you may practice. I would like you to pick your favorite shape, because next week you're gonna pick your favorite one and you will draw it. So if your favorite shape is the sphere, try drawing a sphere. If your favorite shape is the cylinder, practice drawing one and just make it up, kind of use your skills of observation to make it look real, and then do kind of the same idea of just shading it dark and make it look as real as you can, and go lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. So if you have extra time, I do want you to practice making some of these shapes on the back on your own. We'll talk more about that next time, so you don't have to do like a ton, but I do want you to see if you can make a few of them on your own. So I've got some more work to do on these, but I do want to give you time to do some of your own. So we'll stop here, but if I had time, I could practice the sphere and the cube and the pyramid as well. So let's have fun working on these.